Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to hashtag Give a Sister a Hug. I'm your girl, author Erica. Today, we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna talk about something that's sensitive, but we kind of need to get into it because of everything that we're going through with this whole coronavirus thing, and some people may be living this, and it's called PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. um, we need to, it's something that we need to look at, especially since May is Mental Health Awareness Month. We want to kind of touch on it, because some of us don't know, and some of us may be living home now, experience some of the symptoms that you're gonna hear from my friend Taylor. She's gonna talk about it, and we just gotta be mindful of it. I know it's sensitive, but we have to talk about it because everybody is dealing with certain things in their life, and we just don't know. And for me, I learned that our little people deal with PTSD, so it's just a lot, and we need to kind of know where we at with it. And maybe you may be experiencing it, we just never know. And as I say all the time, us females, we carry so many hats, and we have to do so many things to sometimes we got to check in with our mental health. So I'm gonna pass it off to Taylor. She's gonna introduce herself, and she's gonna tell us about PTSD.
Yeah.
Taylor.
So yes, my name is Taylor, as everybody knows, and I have a group called You're Not Crazy. You're Not Crazy Sis. We are bringing awareness to PTSD, but mine is more focused on PTSD after traumatic. So that's kind of where I'm going to speak on. So yeah, so PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. You can experience, and it's various forms of PTSD. That's what I'm starting to learn. Just anxiety part of PTSD, depression, any type of mental health can be a part of PTSD. And I have what I experience now and in the past is mostly anxiety and depression, and that came from my domestic violence experience and being raped as well, and especially with being everything just changed like on us and with at home and working from home. So that had a lot of effects as well. And I can say like with me being closed into my apartment by myself, it was difficult at first. It was difficult. Because I really had to sit and deal with my feelings and deal with everything that I used to just like not, focus on because I'm busy. Like I'm a teacher, so I work I get up at like 5:30 and get off at like 4:30 and have class 6 to 8. So I have like 12-hour days. I don't have time to think about my past traumatic stresses. So I feel like this was a blessing and a curse. Well, I'm not even gonna call it a curse. This is a blessing because
Right.
I do feel like after going through something traumatic, you do need to just sit and actually feel those feelings. Like you need to be hurt. You need to cry. You need to be angry. Like you need to feel all those feelings, like in order to heal properly. Because if you don't, like you're not healing. You're just masking those feelings, and they're gonna come up. Like
Right, you're just going through the motions.
exactly, you're just literally, and that's exactly how I felt. I felt like I was just going through motions. So I'm blessed to have this time, and I was really able to just sit and just think about self-reflect on what I could have done differently or what could I have stopped earlier. Um, and then the things that help me with my anxiety is I like to write. Honestly, I really don't like to write, but I I found that journaling and just writing my thoughts down because anxiety, well, my anxiety was like me just constantly thinking, like I just thinking about so much, and I would get up like hours, like 5 o'clock in the morning, like I wouldn't be able to sleep, and it's annoying because it's like I'm thinking. So for me to get out of my body, I have to write it out, like write it out. and writing it out is to me it's better than talking it out. Like talking it out helps as well, but you get other people's opinion and other things, and at some point in time you may not need that. You may just need to get it out.
Right.
So yeah, so writing helps me self reflect. Meditation helped me, and I never thought at 25 I was meditating. Okay,
Yes,
but
I
no,
meditate. I meditate at 37. So
it's like no, that really helps. Like I swear, like I love to meditate, and meditation can look like it can look different. Like I feel like you make your own kind of self care technique. And to me, what meditation looks like is me turning my lights off, light my candles. I love Janae Aiko. I feel like her voice is very healing to me. So I would like put her on low, and I may just sit there or I may write. Like it just that right there is like I would feel so much better today, and I would sleep so good. And two more things helped me as well. Um, I know when I was like really deep going through my things and like depression, I used to feel enclosed. So like even when I was busy Monday through Friday, the week like hit, and I was just like, oh shoot, I gotta do something. So I would wake up Saturday morning and I would go run by the lake. And the lake is just such an open space. I just felt so free there. Like it's so beautiful. So it's just like exercising by the lake or just exercising period helps anxiety. And what else? Oh yeah. And I like to take baths. So just baths, just my candles lit.
so what's with the bath? You know, what that helps you feel better, or what it takes the stress out your body? What's
It does. I think well both actually. I feel like it because I know it's kind of irritating when you have to do self care routines, but it's okay
hmm
because it's just like either you go through a traumatic, well, after you go through or experience a traumatic experience, you do have to take care of yourself. So
right?
those days where I would wake up and I just like all over the place, I will run me a bath water, play me some Janae, and then sit in my bath and just light my candle, and it relaxes my mind, relaxes my body, and it just brings me back to I guess down to earth.
Okay.
Because I think of anxiety just like I'm out of my body, like I'm going crazy or whatever. So yeah, it just bring me back to okay, calm down, okay, calm down.
Right. And I mean, that's what I was just, and I heard you talk about you couldn't sleep at night. So sleeping is one of the signs of having postpartum PTSD.
Yes.
So that's like something that we need to kind of be in touch with. Like some of the signs that I found out, numbness and lose interest to what you like to do, and you sleeping and upset and just being emotional and cutting everything off, so those are signs that we kind of really, need to look out for, because we doing some, we may be doing some of those things and just not realizing it.
Exactly.
And we need to check in with our mental health. So what do as far as you go through your PTSD, what does anxiety look like for you during that time? When you just thinking about what happened, that stress or that situation you went through, being in a domestic violence relationship. What does anxiety look like for you during that time?
Ooh, okay.
She
It
said,
didn't look. Anxiety looked like I was and I was going crazy. Okay.
she said I was going crazy.
No, like to me, because I never really experienced anxiety literally after I had my traumatic or domestic violence experience. So I never like we have thoughts and things like but it never was to the point where it was so bad to where I couldn't sleep. And that's why I'm like, oh, this is unfamiliar, and I associate this crazy word with unfamiliarity. And I'm like, I need to stop doing it because it's normal. Like, and that's why I have a podcast. Well, not podcast, but You're Not Crazy Sis means so much to me because I really thought I was crazy just due to what I was experiencing, and I wasn't educated on. I didn't know. Like, I didn't know anxiety was me just thinking, and I would some similar things I would think about was, I guess, I usually jump every time like somebody knocks on my door, or every time I hear a footstep, I used to think it was him, or just look like little things. Like I was jumpy, I was nervous, um, I was very what's the word? Like just down on myself. Like I used like not confident. I wasn't confident at all. Like I used to start thinking of myself like, okay, damn, I'm crazy. I done went through this experience. Like nobody's gonna want me.
Right.
I'm damaged. And
You
you just
damage
think
good.
about
Yeah.
that, and you that's just like, and it's just different scenarios. Like I literally think about scenarios in my head. Like, damn, what if this happened? Or what if this happened? Like it's like a lot of what ifs, and then it's just like you think like, dang, do people think like this, or like is it just me?
Right.
So yeah.
So how did during that time and once you learning, how did you challenge that energy of trying to go from feeling like, oh, I'm crazy, to feeling normal? Was it something that you just say, okay, this is me and this is what it is? How do I deal with it? How do I calm myself down to not every time somebody knock on the door, I'm just jumping? So how do
I
you channel all that energy to something positive, should I say?
It took time, and it's sad because I wish I could just go back to my old self and just hug me and just like tell me what I know now. And I wish somebody was there like to educate me, because I dealt with anxiety and depression for a long, like I would say a year,
Mm-hmm.
until I met Adrena, and Adrena just and then Adrena and other survivors. That first day I heard another domestic violence story, and it was just like that was mind blowing. When you go through something like that, you like, well, on my end, I really did not know like other people experience what I experienced.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that helps so much. Like it helps so much. Um, and then I mean, it helped, but I was still going through my crazy. Well, my G stopped being crazy. I was still going through my stuff.
Right.
And then I started just journaling. And I remember this day like it was yesterday. I was at home at my parents' house on break, and I was just writing, and I was writing, and I was writing, and I was wrote crazy. And I was like, I texted my brother. I was just like, I think I want to turn this positive. He was like, yeah, bring light to like the situation, whatever, whatever. And I came up with the name. You're not crazy, sis. But like, bro, like this is amazing. Even then, like when I was thinking about it, and I didn't necessarily know what I was doing until like I could think about it now. Like this is, I turned my traumatic situation into something positive
Right.
to bring light, and it's so cute. And
Mm-hmm.
then I'm just like, I wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm just writing in my journal. It's another day and another anxiety attack, or I don't know. I just thought about like, how can I change my situation? And you have to change your perception, because if you don't, you're gonna always victimize yourself. And we're
Right.
not victims anymore. We're survivors. We
Right.
survive those situations.
That's
So yeah, you definitely have to change your perception.
so. And what I also learned, as far as me looking up PTSD, they say the symptoms sometimes come 3 months to a year after your traumatic experience. So when did you notice that you started experiencing like those little signs that you was dealing with PTSD after your domestic violence relationship? When did you start noticing different signs? You changing?
Yes, it was like, I want to say it was after everything happened, and that's when I started to notice that I was nervous about somebody knocking on my phone room door.
Okay.
Like I was jumping. I started to notice that I was just sad all the time. Like I used to drink, and I noticed like my drinking like went up more, and I used to literally like just drink in my tub by myself. And it's crazy because I think of that now, because I was so depressed, and I was
Wow.
just not myself. Like
So when would you say like that was 3 months, or can you even
I would
remember?
I would say it was about a month because it was like at the end of my
Quick.
year. Yeah.
Maybe because it was something that was new to you, that
Yes.
you never seen that, like you never experienced that. Because it's just I didn't know, like it's just a whole lot that you think about that really, us. I didn't know that a disaster is can be PTSD.
Oh yes.
Maybe because it's like so much that goes on, like looking at COVID, looking at Corona, this pandemic, we isolated, so you get to think about all kind of stuff, what you've been through and stuff like that. So
Uh,
I mean, I think this is something that we need to talk about because it's just so much we dealing with. We dealing with a lot of uncertainty of what's gonna happen with this, and especially now, like for me, I'm nervous because we opening up the city. What's gonna happen?
right.
Are the numbers gonna rise? So it brings you back to that nervousness. Like for me, when I'm in a strange place or just, having so much, I have panic attacks. And those, like, I would just start crying and or just sweating because
Mhm.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous about what's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen, because I'm somebody that need to know what's gonna happen. But with this coronavirus thing, we don't know what's gonna happen. So I think it's good. So I was also reading, like, they say study like 1 out of 800, 100 people will get that. Like, have you talked to anybody else that suffer from this PTSD?
Um, the person. Yes, actually, yes. I have to think. No, yes, but a lot of people don't express it. That's why I had to think.
Right,
I know more than I'm pretty sure my whole circle suffers from PTSD just from off of this experience. But it's so difficult to talk about. Like it's not easy
right.
because even with me speaking up more, I still have like many anxiety attacks before I even post a video because I would second guess myself and I would say, what if they don't relate to this? Or what if they really think I'm crazy? Or,
But
you know,
yeah,
so
she is
yeah.
her slogan, "Sus crazy." And,
Yes.
and some people don't, like some people don't. They don't recognize that because they just, like you say, they just think that's normal. But
Exactly.
that's really not normal. Like we gotta check in with our mental health because mental health is a big thing. Everybody not dealing with things
Yes.
too well.
Yes.
So as far this, tell us more about PTSD. Like, what you find the hardest to deal with during those times, like dealing with PTSD? Is it harder for you to accept that you have that, or harder to just deal with the whole traumatic stress that it come from? Like, is it something that you said, okay, I'm gonna accept this and I'm gonna deal with this according, or was it hard for you to accept in the beginning?
I can't say it was hard for me to accept because I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
Um, but now knowing what it was and still dealing with it, the hardest part is for me is having to have to self care. If that makes sense. Like I will get irritated because I mean I like to work out, like, and I like to run by the lake. Those are something I like to do, but it's irritating when I have to do it to calm myself down. And it's
Okay.
irritating. Yeah. So I think that's the most difficult part for me because it just sucks. Like, dang, I really have to do this to bring myself back down, calm myself
Hmm.
back down. It's
Right.
just, yeah. So I think that's the hardest part for me.
Now, I'm gonna ask you this. As far as what having this, dealing with PTSD, anxiety, and all that, does that hurt your relationship? Like you having a relationship, being in a full relationship, and you wake up one night maybe sweating. crying and your partner don't know? Like, is that something hard to get through in a relationship or what?
I'm single. So I
I,
would think back to a past relationship. I mean, it does, but it don't. Because if that person is very understanding to what you go through,
right,
it it shouldn't be a problem. Honestly, I can say for me, it was extremely hard to open up about my past situation. So it was honestly hard for me to allow him to help me.
right,
I didn't want to open up, and I didn't want because I just feel like people don't know what to say. Like after you tell them you done been through certain experiences, so I didn't want to open up. But I
right.
can say after I did open up, it was help. He was helpful. He was helpful. So
No.
it just I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just feel like it's just the strength of opening up first and then allowing them to, or you having to explain to them what you actually go. Because if they don't know how to help.
Okay, cool. So, what do you have for people out there that's, other girls like you and I that's experiencing these different anxiety or PTSD? What do you have positive for them that you can pass on to them that may can help them what they're dealing with at the time right now?
Yes, I would say find your care niche. Like that's what I had. Like a lot of people tell me, "Oh, try this, try this, try this." But once I actually found out what works for me, like journaling works for me, I'm taking baths and exercising. Like once you find your self care niche, do it. And it's okay that it's like we're gonna have bad days. We have to know that. We like every day is not gonna be perfect. And some days we make up and just may have to try it again, like go back to sleep. And like that is okay.
Uh-huh.
And one thing I have to tell myself is stop being so hard on myself. Like this is normal. Like what we go through is normal. And remember, you are not crazy to this day. So I be having to tell myself like I'm not crazy. Like I'm not crazy. Like because other women experience these things, and that's why I feel like it's so important to speak up. Because I really thought I was going crazy until I heard someone else say, "Oh, I experienced that too." And I feel like it's so many people in the world. Ain't no way in Asian double hockey sticks that you're the only person that experienced that one thing. So
Right. Mm-hmm.
it's normal. So
I got you. So, just to kind of recap on what Taylor was talking about, signs. The signs are losing interest, emotionally cutting off people, numb to the things that you like to do, having problems sleeping, having trouble just concentrating. Those are signs that we need to look out for if we have a PTSD. Don't wash them away. Don't say, oh, it's just me having a bad day, because it's not. It's our mental health, and we have to take care of our mental health. And, I just want to let everyone know that, if Taylor don't have any more, I found numbers, and I found the number to NAMI, the hotline. And the number is 1-800-950-NAMI. And the hotline number again is 1-800-950-NAMI. Or if you're not comfortable talking to anyone right now, you can text. You can text NAMI to 741741. Again, you can text NAMI to 741741. So, ladies, I know we have a whole lot going on, and I know we have a whole lot to think about. This is not nothing that we just want to keep brushing off. And I know it's not a topic that we want to talk about, but sometimes we have to get down to the sensitive topics to keep our heads in the right headspace, because we have other people that look at us, so we have to take care of ourselves and our mental health. So before we close out, Taylor, do you have anything you want to share with the ladies out there?
um, I would just definitely say, especially if you're working from home, And most of us, we have Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. And not you're not crazy sis. At you're not well. It's at underscore you're not crazy sis. And not even just my accounts. I feel like we should start for other accounts. Like this anxiety account, this depression account. You can follow my girl to the max. Like she's amazing. And these like we don't recognize like what we see. It's actually like very helpful and healing if we allow it to be. So certain things like I feel like we should start following be good for our health. So I know being out may be troubling, but change your perception of it. Because God obviously it's a reason for something. Like,
Yes, it is. So, I want to thank everyone from tuning in. And tell I want to thank you for, just having the courage because y'all, let me tell y'all, Taylor wasn't the person to even come on a video. And I'm so glad that she's comfortable with it because
mhm.
her experience can help somebody in the long run. So sometimes you got to take those negative things that we go through and turn them into positive. And that's awesome of her taking her experience and the bad experience that she could have easily let bring her down, kill her self-esteem, think low of herself and don't do nothing about it. But in the end, she turned it into something positive. So you guys make sure you guys follow her. I'll make sure I have it in the description her IG platform because she's gonna share a lot of different things. So am I'm gonna share different things. And also every week, right, Taylor, you're gonna do something different as far as it relate to PTSD, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right then. So we're gonna keep you ladies abreast, and a lot of hugs from me and Taylor. I know we going through a little things that we can't touch right now, but a virtual hug is not. It won't hurt at all. But
Okay.
just make sure you guys stay safe out there. Make sure you wear your mask and just love each other. Just take care of one of us. We gotta check on each other just to make sure we're in a good headspace. Thank you.
Thank you.